All right, so we are rolling. All right, what's up, everybody? So I have my student Martin here. What's up, brother?
How's it going, my man?
Martin had a killer week this week.
Yes,
Said
sir.
said it was the most successful week of his life. So
Yeah, so far. Just the beginning, though, as we all know.
yeah, so far. So yeah, man. I mean, tell everybody about yourself. You know, how old are you? Where you from? And how long have you been trading?
Yeah, man. So my name is Martin. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I've been trading live. This is my second week, surprisingly.
Okay.
I've been with VTN. I've been with you guys for about 3 months, I'd say. I learned a lot, but once you guys dropped the Forex Fortune Factory, man, it just changed the game entirely. Looking at the charts, it's like 20 minutes of analysis per chart, and then I know what I'm doing. I know my position. And it's just crazy how simple it is. And there's really no other way to put it. It's the way we analyze the market. It's really simple. It works. You know, so unbelievably, actually, almost every time, it's like you just gotta play your cards right, of course, in anything.
Right.
And what I mean, success is pretty much imminent from then on.
Okay. So, we can get into how much you were able to make in the last 2 weeks, but, how do you feel about the price of the Forex Fortune Factory? Because a lot of people are complaining about it being 597. So, what's your thoughts on
Yeah.
that?
Well, my thought on that is I'm huge on investing in yourself in terms of time and money, and those correlate within each other.
Yeah.
To be honest, dude, I started my first week live with $500 in my account, and I made $500 that week. It was $498.
Okay.
So, I mean, it pretty much paid the training itself in the first week with my initial deposit. If you know anything about business, return on investment in 1 week is out of this world. Usually it's like 3 months. If you're lucky, you'll get your return on investment.
Exactly.
And then I went this week to make, 2,000 after putting, more money in my account and seeing what it could do. So, I mean, I made my initial investment back within the first week. It's crazy. It's just people
Couple
don't really
times
want
over.
to take the time and money. You know what I mean? It's like if you want to do anything, it's not going to happen overnight. Us traders, we didn't just magically be able to make this kind of money, on a weekly basis. Like we have to put in the time and invest in ourselves in terms of time and money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it has a lot of value. People are forgetting that people just don't want to invest in themselves.
Okay. Cool. I mean, that's a solid answer, man. I appreciate that. And
Yeah,
what
definitely.
what do you feel about? I know you kind of touched on it, you know, a second ago, but how do you feel about like the simplicity, of the courses? Like, if you hadn't been my student for a couple months, do you feel like you could have grabbed this course and done well with it, or do we need to make some changes?
Oh no, you can pick it up and do well with it right away. I think. I mean, as long as you have a basic understanding of what you're looking at in a chart, then yeah, I mean that's really all you need is understanding the fundamentals of it. And quite frankly, I mean this. The first 2 months I was with you guys, I was just kind of reading here, reading there. I wasn't really dedicated or taking it too serious until maybe 2 weeks before the program came out. I was studying a little bit more, looking into it, checking up on charts more often. And right when the training came out, I took maybe 2 hours out of my day for like a whole weekend, studied, did my notes, applied it to the charts, and it's worked wondrously. I mean, it's really just about applying the knowledge you're learning and taking notes and just being diligent with it and trusting in it.
Okay.
And I mean, it's worked out well for me and the team and you. You know what I'm saying? So proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? People just gotta take that leap of faith and really invest in themselves. And I mean, $600 compared to a lifetime is nothing. Like a lifetime of success for $600, it's like, I mean, if you know anything about business and investment, it's like you couldn't ask for anything more than that. You know what I mean? I mean, how much time you spent with your mentors and going through, doing all the training yourself. It's like that to be all condensed into $600 and only so many hours of studying is you really couldn't ask for anything else.
Okay. Cool, man. I mean, thorough. I mean, definitely thorough answer. Like, cause I get a million messages every single day of people saying that. So we always like I've been trying to ask that on these testimonials so people can
Yeah,
get like a
definitely.
real
I
life
feel you.
view. So I mean, what was like the one thing that helped you the most with the training? Like the one thing that just made everything else click.
Well, I used to do, just as every other retail trader, go in and, mark support and resistance, look at Fibonacci, look at a lot of different stuff that was just overcomplicating the chart to me. And I was looking at so many different things. I really couldn't gauge where the market was going to go.
Mhm.
But with this program and this strategy, really the craziest part is I'm looking at a chart for 20, 30 minutes. Not even. That's if I'm really want to analyze every move it's going to make within like the next week or so. But you can really look at a chart for like 10, 15 minutes and figure out what position you're going to take on and where the market's going to go. A couple different outcomes. So that the biggest part of it is just how efficient it is,
Okay.
and how much you're getting for how little time you're really having to go in and invest on looking at a chart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I did all my pairs for next week, like 2 hours after the market closed. Like just took me a couple hours to go through all the pairs, see what I'm seeing, see what's setting itself up. Taking the good trades. So it's just really, really efficient.
Okay.
And I mean, that's what I love about it more than
Just
anything.
cuts down the time on everything.
Yeah, cuts down the time unbelievably. Like you really don't have to. There's a couple things you're looking at, but it's not complicated.
Right.
It's there. Everything's evident. It's really simple to see. You know your setups once you see it. It's so plain and simple to see. It's crazy.
Right. Actually, I used you in the example of of one of the courses, and I was like, one of my students asked me about Euro USD and looked at it for 2 seconds. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was talking about you, if you remember that.
Man. Seriously, like it's so efficient. Like, I mean, I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, I'm waking up every day, spending 2 hours just looking at the chart in the morning. Picking my positions for the day, understanding what I'm going to do. And then the rest of my day is kind of just like, leisure. I go to school, I go to work. I'm full-time. I own a restaurant. You know what I mean? So it's like it takes a lot of time out of my day. So for this to be that efficient and take such little time for how much return I'm getting, couldn't ask for anything else.
Okay, and then one of my last questions, since you said that you spend like 2 hours per day, what would you recommend? Somebody that like yourself has a pretty tied up schedule. They might be a student or they might work. How much time commitment per week do you feel that it takes to be successful at the strategy and at trading per week?
I mean, I would say it takes me 2 hours a day just because I like to go through it very thoroughly. It could honestly take you a lot less if obviously if you understand the strategy and what's happening in the market. But I would say maybe 10 hours a week. Like, I mean, for once you have the strategy down, studying it and taking notes on it, it's different. I would recommend to everybody who's interested in purchasing the program and getting involved with the strategy is to just be diligent, be patient with it, learn it, understand it, grasp it, and then apply it. Because once you do, it's unbelievably efficient. Like 2 hours a day, that's like over exaggerating. It should not take that long, I'd say. I mean, watching your trades is different. I watch my trades pretty closely. I'm like I said, I'm more of a beginner trader. So I gotta check my trades.
Yeah.
See, you know what I mean. Once I have trust in strategy, so now I go to sleep easy. My days are more. I try to be patient a lot more. But me and my nature, I'm just saying, okay, I gotta see. Is it there yet? Is it there yet?
Right.
But in terms of analyzing and applying the strategy, 2 hours a day maximum. I'd say even 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, you should be all right. Just to gauge, what's happening based on what you thought would happen or what's, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Cool. And then final question, I just throw this one in there. Now that you're seeing some solid gains, you trust the strategy. Like, are you saving up for something nice now, or like what's your goal with all the income that's about to be coming in these next few months?
Yeah, well, I'm huge on investing and taking the money I'm making and creating more opportunities with that. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing. In terms of like a materialistic asset I want, I'm definitely looking into getting, I already have a pretty nice car, but I'm looking into getting a BMW M6, brand new, Grand Coupe, Coupe, I should say.
Those are nice.
But that's my main goal. I'm getting a house next year and then the whip after that, hopefully. But I mean, these are all, really, really moderate goals. Like, I could do these within the next month or two if I really wanted to. But
yeah,
and I recommend this to anybody who's making good money. Save up, take that money, use it to make more money. Just compound your income and create passive income. Just make your money work for you. That's what I'm doing here. You know what I mean? 2 hours a day, that's not working for your money. That's making your money work for you.
Exactly.
That's what I believe in more than anything.
Okay, well, cool, man. I definitely appreciate you doing this. I feel like you gave some really good answers to give the people a good perspective. So I definitely appreciate you. Keep celebrating this week.
Oh yeah, man. We'll do it, bro.
All right, brother.
You, man. I couldn't be done without you, man. Seriously.
No, it's all good, bro. Let's get it. Let's keep winning.
Yeah,
I'll see you in the group chats.
Sounds good, brother. I'll see you soon. I'll stay up.
All right, peace.
Take it easy.